In order to wrap up our discussion about the supply side of the market, we need to take a look at the differentiation between a change in supply and a change in quantity supplied. And our methodology right here is going to be very similar to what we saw on the demand side when we talked about a change in demand versus a change in quantity demanded. So are we taking a look at a price determinant or are we taking a look at a non-price determinant? Everything that we took a look at in the previous lecture video is denoted as a change in supply. It's a non-price determinant, so that tells us that we're going to be shifting our entire supply curve either to the right or to the left. So suppose that I tell you that in this market for these gaming apps, I introduce a shock. Maybe I tell you that the production technology for making these apps has improved. Maybe there are more sellers in the market. In any case, we're going to be shifting our entire supply curve from S0 to S1. Initially, at a price of $80, we had a quantity supply of 20 units of these gaming apps. But once this shift occurred, we shift our entire supply curve away from the origin, and at the same price of $80, we end up on S1, and now we have 40 units of these gaming apps being supplied. So here, with a change in supply, remember it is a non-price determinant that's being affected, and we shift our entire supply curve. We end up on an entirely new supply. A change in quantity supplied, however, this is where we're actually changing the current price of these goods. It's the law of supply in action. It's going to denote a movement along the supply curve. We end up on the same exact supply curve right here. We do not shift the supply curve. So suppose that I tell you that initially we had a price of $40 for these gaming apps, and this tells us that we are going to have 20 units of these apps being supplied. But the price of these gaming apps increases from $40 to $80, and now 40 units of these gaming apps are being supplied in the marketplace. So here, as we change the current price of the good from $40 to $80, the quantity supplied has increased. This is the law of supply in action. So once again, you want to go ahead and differentiate. Are we taking a look at a price determinant? Are we changing the current price of the good as we are right here? Or are we changing something entirely something that is not dealing with the current price of the good, so a non-price determinant. So just as we saw on the demand side, you want to go ahead, be sure that you can differentiate between these two, because even though they sound very similar in name, they do mean two very entirely different things for us in economics. So now that we've talked about the demand side of the market, the supply side of the market, we can combine both of these curves together in order to give us our idea of what market equilibrium is going to be for us.